What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 77, and we start today's episode off by looking at the successful negotiations page. I did say in the last episode I forgot to show it, and I do apologise for that, but this is just like a recap of the summer transfer window business, and it was suggested me by a person that commented that watches this series, so thank you to whoever suggested it. Apologies I can't remember your name, but yeah, that's the look at these successful negotiations we've done in the summer transfer window, and after that we decided to go and offer Leal Gutierrez a new contract. Of course, he declined the one we just offered him, but that is because we offered him a two-year extension instead of a one-year extension. So we'll offer him a one-year one. And we'll wait and see what Gutierrez says there. Because, of course, he is the original Scout Future Star. He's a first-choice centre-back. He's only 18 years old. He's so good. And I want to keep him at Millwall for forever, basically. So that's why I wanted to tie him down to a longer contract. But we'll wait and see what happens there. He's improving all the time. So, of course, he's going to be asking for more money each year, which is perfectly fine. But the longer the deal, the better for me. So there you go. But the first game of today's episode was going to be against Everton here at the Den in the Barclays Premier League. And, of course, the start so far to the season has been relatively, I wouldn't say inconsistent. We've only had a couple of games really, but to be honest, I was hoping that we wouldn't have already lost a game, but we lost in our first game of the season. So I was, coming into this game against Everton have a very good side, and of course they've got one of our former players, Eden Nilsson, in the squad. He plays holding midfield for Everton, but it was going to be a difficult game, and it was a really, really tense game. Not much happened. Every time I broke forward, Everton put bodies behind the ball. I couldn't get a shot away, but eventually after two block shots there, the ball falls to Liam Trotter, our captain, and of course he puts the ball into the back of the net. He's such a reliable centre midfielder, and that was a really, really good strike by our skipper. No chance for Akinfeev in the Everton goal, and it's Millwall 1, Everton 0. So Molander's shot was well blocked, but Trotter's wasn't blocked. It found the back of the net. And that makes it 1-0 to Millwall. So great to be in front in this game. As I said, it was one of those games really. I've played in many of these games in career mode where nothing really happens. The ball just gets stuck in the middle of the park. But that made it 1-0 and I was very happy. But in the 74th minute here, a really good chance for us. Brian Carrasco has already hit one superb volley this season on the opening day of the season. And he almost hit one there as well. Really good save by Akinfeev to deny Carrasco from just outside the area. And a couple minutes after that, we had a free kick. Carrasco gets onto the ball. He's an absolute mile out, and I decided to lever it. And once again, Akinfeev denies him. So I've started to shoot from outside the area a lot more now. Usually I'll try and just pass my way into the box and work it in nicely. But I've decided to just let fly from range every now and then. And all my shots seem to be going on target, which is nice. But Akinfeev made another good save to deny Carrasco. And from the corner, it was headed away. It eventually came out to Kelvin here as Gutierrez gives it to his Brazilian teammate via away with the deflection. Kelvin gives it to Carrasco. Ronaldo shots past Kevin Morales. Once again shoots from range. That's got a lot of whip on that shot, but unfortunately this time it didn't hit the target and it goes just over. But Millwall 1, Everton 0 was the final score, so very pleased to pick up the 3 points there. As I said, the game was really tense. It turned into like a long range shootout really. Each side's really, if there was going to be a second goal, it was going to come from outside the area, and it was us who had the most chances, and it did finish 1-0, so I'm happy. I would have liked a couple more goals, but I'm very happy to pick up the 3 points, and that's good news for us. After that, we saw our new signing left back on a permanent deal, Jack Robinson, saying thanks for all the football I'm getting. And Gutierrez does indeed accept a new contract. So he turned one down just a couple of weeks ago, and now he's signed a new one. So that's great for us. Gutierrez signs a one-year extension, which means he will be in the club for 2 years, I think, and then we'll have to offer him a new contract. But anyway, the first game of the Europa League this year is going to be against Estoril. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. All I know is this side is Portuguese. That's all I know about this club. So any fans of this team will have to forgive me for having no knowledge about them whatsoever. But all I know is they're a Portuguese side, and we do take on Estoril. And of course, we are the holders of this competition. We won it last year. We beat Arsenal in the final, so we want to win it again. The board have laid down the objectives. They want us to win it and retain the trophy. So with that in mind, we need to get off to a really good start in the opening game of the Europa League. It's a long tournament. It takes a long time, but there's many games in this competition. It can be very tiring for the players, but you want to get off to a really good start in the opening game of the group stage. And we almost did in the 39th minute. Michael and Gu got played through there by Larson, but the keeper made a fantastic save at first. I thought he fluffed his lines, but as you can see in a replay, the keeper makes a very slight touch, but it's a wonderful save. So it's a corner to us here in the 39th minute. It was Junior Milan who stood over it. We gave the ball to Jay Rodriguez, the former Southampton man, crosses the ball in. It's headed away only as far as Junior Milan, the only first 11 player starting in this game. He gives it to Larson. Larson finds Shane Ferguson, who levers it from range, and it hits the top of the bar, and then Goo's follow-up shot is blocked. Saved, but he was offside anyway. But again, that's me shooting from range there, trying my best to score a wonder goal, but Ferguson's shot did hit the bar. But in the 51st minute here, Estoril come forward again, looking for the shock lead, and their number 9 had a great chance on the volley here, but he dragged his shot wide of Nyland's right-hand side post. Real good chance to make it 1-0 to the Portuguese visitors, but it was still 0-0. And in the 54th minute, we're in a corner here. Estoril get the ball away. It's crossed in by Junior Milan towards the head of Mark Beavers, but the keeper makes a great save. And again, it is cleared away. So still 0-0, really tense in this game. But in the 57th minute, Estoril almost gave a shocking ball away there. The pass was played right into the path of Jay Rodriguez, who could have ran clear 1-on-1. But I decided to shoot from just outside the area, but I got taken down whilst I was doing so. So Rodriguez wins a free kick there as his shot was being put off by the Estoril defender. Milan stood over it, but of course Seb Larson was also on the pitch, and Larson is our free kick taker, so we give it to Seb Larson. It's too close for him to get it over the wall, so I decide to drill it into the near post, and it's a superb goal by Seb Larson. I think that's like his 5th or 6th free kick he scored for us, and that is awesome, as I'm not a good free kick taker. I can only score them with Seb Larson, and that's a really good free kick by Larson, wearing the captain's armband. As I said, it was way too close for him to get it up and over the wall and underneath the crossbar, so I thought I'd try and catch the goalkeeper out there with that near post smash, and it was a fantastic strike. No chance for the goalkeeper. I mean, actually, there probably was a chance for the goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. It was hit with a lot of power and some good accuracy, but the near post, if your keeper's getting beaten there, you do have to ask some questions. But take nothing away from the free kick, really accurate, very powerful, and Larson makes it 1-0 to us here at the Den. So really, really good start to the second half. Just 12 minutes after the restart, it's 1-0 to us. And in the 71st minute, Michael Ngoo finds Jay Rodriguez here. The ball goes out for a throw-in, and well, this is just hilarious. The best thing about Millwall is we don't discriminate, you know. Black, white, straight, gay, legs, no legs, you know, we'll still employ you if you're a good enough player, and we'll still put you in the academy. And as I said, you know, if you've got no legs, don't worry about it. You can still get into our academy, and you can, you know, maybe one day break through the academy, get into the first team, and you know, make your mum and dad proud getting onto the pitch, you know, and show that you can overcome adversity, even if you do have a severe form of disability when you've got no legs. And I mean, you know, sometimes you look like you got legs, you got knees, and you're also wearing some boots which aren't attached to anything, but you know, that's it's interesting, isn't it? We've got a player with no legs in our team now, so that's great. And I don't understand EA. I just don't understand how. Oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah, Triggs comes on for his debut for the side, and he's got no legs, which is interesting. But in the 79th minute, Jay Rodriguez scores here. So all the attention was on Scott Triggs. The fans were sitting there saying, "Who's that player with no legs on the side?" And they were taking their eyes off the ball. And clearly the Estoril players were as well. They allowed Jay Rodriguez to run through and make it 2-0 there. They were too distracted by the fact that there was a player with no legs on the pitch. But anyway, in the 90th minute here, Estoril did manage to get themselves a consolation goal. A shot came in, it took a huge deflection, and it was the player who had the deflection who claimed the goal, and it was 2-1, but it was how the game finishes. Don Guru lets pass his man, the referee eventually goes and blows for full time. So 2-1 the final score. We do collect the first 3 points in the Europa League campaign. That's fantastic news for us, and I was very, very pleased, but just completely shocked that we had a player with no legs in our side. Brilliant stuff, EA, brilliant stuff. But yeah, 2-1 the final score, and as I said, we want to retain this year after winning it last year, and the board wants to do that as well, so that's a great way to start, isn't it? But the following game was against Fulham on the weekend here at Craven Cottage, and after a very, very good win there, we're looking to make it 3 wins in a row as we do come to Craven Cottage. And as I said, you know, we've started this season off. There's only been a few games, but we've already had a couple of losses, and you know, we want to make sure that we, you know, basically don't get a third loss here. We want to make sure that we carry on this this streak and get off to a really good start after a very inconsistent start. Like I said, you know, 4 games, 2 wins, 2 losses, not really what I was after. So coming into this game against Fulham, I was of course looking for the 3 points and looking to keep this run going to make it 3 wins out of 3 here. Coming up against Fulham's side with some very decent players in there, which included Ibarbo on the wing. But the first chance would come in the 9th minute. Lee Catamol intercepts his man, goes down the right hand side here. Real good chance for Lee Catamol. He's got a player run into the box. It is Danny Ings, and Ings makes it 1-0 to us in the 9th minute. So a great start here here. Ings gets the goal. It's the reliable striker that gets it, brings out the Hulk celebration, and yeah, it's Fulham 0, Millwall 1. Nice piece of play by Cattermole and a good header by our striker Danny Ings. And the second chance came in the 19th minute here. Fulham give the ball away. It goes straight to Danny Ings, intercepts the Fulham number 5, I think it was, goes through 1-on-1 and dinks the ball over the goalkeeper. So Fulham 0, Millwall 2, just 20 minutes in. And as things still, we were on course for 3 wins out of 3. Really good finish by Danny Ings there from a very tight angle. I thought I messed it up, but thankfully with Danny Ings, you always feel confident he's going to score, and he did there. So it's Fulham 0, Millwall 2, both goals by our striker. But in the 22nd minute here, we play out from the back once again. Simple pass, and really the ball comes to Malanda. Lovely ball by Trotter over the top towards Danny Ings. Here's his chance for his hat-trick. Tries to catch the goalkeeper out, but unfortunately, he chips the ball over the bar. So still 2-0. We are really dominant in this game. Started really well. And David Marshall had already been beaten twice. But in the 25th minute, once again, we play the ball out from the back. Dier finds his centre-back partner Gutierrez. Leal Gutierrez finds Junior Malanda, one of our new signings. He skips past Ibarbo, goes down left-hand side. He's a very strong, powerful player. He's got some decent pace as well, Malanda. Keeps on going before finding Brian Carrasco. He chips it back to him. Malanda shoots. It takes a deflection off our captain, Liam Trotter. But Marshall makes a smart stop at the near post there. And from the corner, it's crossed in towards Eric Dier. But his header just goes wide of the post. So still Fulham 0, Millwall 2, but all of the attacking threat was coming from us. Still 2-0 here, and in the 43rd minute, Fulham had a great chance to get themselves back in the game just before half-time, but the shot was dragged into the side netting, so McCarthy almost beaten for the first time in the game, but he wasn't, and it was still Fulham 0, Millwall 2, and again, another good chance just before half-time. Fulham come through again. Williams down the left-hand side, slides the ball in, eventually the shot comes in, and it is wide of McCarthy's goal. So again, really good chance for Fulham. I think it might have been Brian Ruiz there. Really good chance, but they missed it, and it was still 2-0. And in the 47th minute, what a ball by Lee Cattermole, finds Brian Carrasco. I tried to catch out David Marshall, fake shotted round him. The ball was going to go in after the chip shot, but the defender coming back clears the ball away for a corner. Still Fulham 0, Millwall 2, but from the corner it's crossed in, and who is there? It's our captain, Liam Trotter, always so reliable. Such a good centre midfielder who heads the ball past Marshall, and a really good header at that from Malanda's corner. Shouldn't really have Malanda on corner kicking duty. I'm going to take him off that, but even so, really good delivery, and what a header by Trotter as well. He beats the player in the air and finds the top corner. Marshall rooted to the spot. Literally no chance for the goalkeeper. What a header that is, right into the top corner. And as I said, you know, Trotter, 75 overall. He just doesn't seem to want to grow, but to be honest, I don't really care because he's still an awesome centre midfielder. So Trotter scores. He's had a good start to the season from Malanda's corner, and yeah, that makes it Fulham 0, Millwall 3. So as things still, we were going to claim 3 wins out of 3, but a good chance here in the 55th minute. Fulham had a corner. Ruiz crossed the ball in towards the number 5, but his header goes just wide of McCarthy's post. But still 3-0 to us here. And in the 89th minute, another good chance for Fulham. Jan-Matt goes down the right-hand side here, crosses the ball in towards Nelson Oliveira. His head is well saved. It comes to the man at the far post, but again, McCarthy makes a great double save there. So still Fulham 0, Millwall 3, and that was how the game finished. So 3 wins out of 3, and very, very pleasing for us after quite an inconsistent start to the season. Hopefully now we can begin to push on and start getting the results week after week. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed having 2 videos today, then please leave a like. That's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode tomorrow afternoon.